Today's topic is load balancing and scaling. Suppose if the load increases, how the application performance of it will be increased based on the load balancing and scaling. So the load will be shared across all the pods so that the performance of the application will be increased. So consider the scenario. So we have a single pod serving a set of users, and when the number of users increases, we deploy additional pod to balance the load across various pods. If the demand increases further, so if we were to run out of the resources on the first node, we could deploy additional parts of the nodes and the other nodes in the cluster. So as you can see here, the replication spans the across multiple nodes in the cluster. That means replication controller, it will share the across all the nodes in the cluster. It helps us to balance the load across multiple pods and different nodes and scale our application. This means it will be automatically share the load across various pods in the multiple nodes, so that increases the performance of your application. So consider here replication controller is one thing and replication set is one thing. When we say replication controller, exactly similar, but there is a small difference. Replication controller, replication set, both are different. Replication controller and replica set. When we say replication controller, that should be a replicas. That means the pod, suppose if you have only one pod, if the performance you want to increase, then it will be increases that pods. That means replica, it will create one more pod, that is replica. So based on the performance, based on your application load, it will be increases automatically when we apply the attribute for replicas. So in case of replica set, we need to have the selector definition. Under that we need to specify the match labels type, either it is a front end or back end, so that it will be selected. I will give you the small syntax on that, how it will be. So you can say this is the selector definition, don't mind it, we will discuss it later. Match labels, I'm just giving this how it will be. Match labels, under this we need to specify the type. Here we need to specify the backend or front end. Type of service we need to select, then it will be matched with the under the template section of your pod definition file. This will discuss it now. So load balancing, right? So every time when you start your Mac or Windows laptop, that you need to run with the minikube start command. Since it was local installation, you need to start with, so then you can able to see this minikube starting and running, then only your applications will work properly. So you can clear this. So I need to write one definition file, that is replica definition, and we can say rc definition file. Before that we need to use vi editor, rc anything fine, rc definition.yaml. The file name is sufficient. Okay, here you can use this API version. There is a small difference with the API version also for the replica set and replication controller. You can say v1 kind is. So initial time I was discussed with this one, with the type of object you are going to create. That means you need to use the replication controller. Metadata, here you can specify the labels, name and all. Name my app pod, I can say, or my app rc for your understanding. RC means replication controller, and then specify the labels here. App, my app, then type also we need to specify. Front end, sorry, then spec. These are the top level commands, right? API version, kind, and metadata. These are the top level fields. Under that we need to specify the template. This is different from so when we are creating the pod, right, there is no template section. See here in the replication controller we need to specify the template. Under that we need to take all this from metadata to spec, metadata to under a spec template, complete pod definition file we need to keep it other than API version and kind. So we'll see this template. Under this specify the metadata again, my app rc, sorry, we're not specifying here. Under metadata we need to specify name, my app rc, labels, the same thing which we mentioned here, the same we need to write down here. App, my app, type front end, make sure that you need to give one space for after colon in YAML syntaxes. That should be thoroughly, you can check in the syntax as well. And then spec means under the metadata you need to specify containers, hyphen name of that image we can say nginx container, then image name we can specify nginx. Then that's all for now. So earlier we have written this instead of this template data we need to copy this entire pod definition file except this one. So now we have completely moved this metadata section to under the template section, and we have written this. This is the replication controller, and we are not specifying anything replicas, so that we need to specify the template under. So metadata and spec needs to be matched, and the template and replica should be matched attributes the same. This one should be same under the spec, and metadata spec should be under the template. That should you can make sure on that as well. Replicas we can say 2. Okay, now it was 2 replicas. When we create you need to check the syntax as well. API version, kind, replication controller, metadata, name, labels, app, type, front end. Okay, labels, any syntax mismatch that should not execute. Save, cat rc-definition.yaml file. This is the replication controller. So we are specifying the 2 replicas, that means 2 parts will be created, and you can execute this one. kubectl create -f rc my app definition.yaml file. Yes, here we can see that version v1 cannot be handled as a replication controller, decoding unknown field spec.replicates. That means, and check the syntax. Okay, replicas, not the replicates. Replicas is 2. Okay, you can clear ls, and you can see that where is this? Kubectl create -f rc-definition.yaml file. See, replication controller myapp.rc created. Now how you will get this replication controller myapp.rc myapp-rc kubectl get replicas. We'll see if it comes or not coming. We can say rc. See, so desired is to, current is to, ready to available. So you can use get pods. So already is one not there, so myapp.rc pods are 2 available, so we need to decrease to 1. For that you need to use kubectl scale command hyphen replicas equal to 1 -f rc-definition.yaml file. The syntax is, this is the kubectl that this is the scale command, scaling, either you can increase or decrease the replicas using the scale command, and specify the number of replicas, number of pods you want to increase or decrease. We are specifying here 1 -f. So based on the -f, in the sense we are creating that in the definition of that file, rc definition, while creating the file. So when you hit, you can see this. Now the application is scaled. Now you can get it using the kubectl get rc. See, only 1 is available. This is how you want to increase or decrease the performance of your application. If the load increases, you can scale up the application. If the load decreases, you can scale down the application by decreasing the same way we can increase the application size. We can increase scale the performance of the application by specifying the 3 pods. Now you can get it, get rc. See, there are 3 available, and you can get the pods as well. Pods, see, 3 pods myapp.rc, there are 3 available. This is how you want to increase the performance of our application. That is the load balancing technique and scaling of your application. And replica set, we can discuss it. With the help of replication controller, we have created one replication group, and from there we can create multiple pods to share the load across various pods. This is how you can increase the performance of your application by sharing the load across the pods. So some of them are not able to understand the replication controller while creating the replica definition file. So let me show you. You can use vi sample.yaml file. I will show you how you can create this YAML file replication controller. So here you can see this API version. V is capital, V1, and kind. So RC, you can say, I'm just giving as RC, but you don't do this. Replication controller you can make completely. Instead of that, before I will create a pod, and I'll show you. Data, name, labels, app, type, and spec. Containers, I'm not giving anything here. I'll show you, wait a second. Containers -name image. So this complete data, this is the pod, right? Pod definition file. This is complete data. It will go under the template section of replication controller. Hope you got it. So except API version kind, and from metadata to image, this complete fields will go to the template section of replication controller. Now we can see this the replication controller. Yesterday someone has asked me this one, but we are not able to catch it, sir. We can explain once more. Replication controller. Hope you have gone through these videos. If you have any doubts, you can comment it. We'll have a clarification on that. Just give as a name my app rc. Since it was already there, you can use some other name, my app rc1. Okay, then labels in the sense you can use application type and tier is a front end or back end. This is how you can use it. Front end then spec. So here template section will come here, but in the pod while creating the pod there is no template, only a container section. You see this, if even colon mismatch, it will not be created template. Then you can give the complete metadata information what we have discussed. Metadata name, so this one the same, it will go here. Okay, name, you can specify the name of my app rc1. Then labels, MELS app and type. My app type is front end. But make sure that before this any syntaxes you need to keep 2 spaces, and after the colon you need to keep 1 space. It is a YAML file syntax. Type is over. From metadata will come to spec. Then containers will come. Name of the container, image of the container, and name we can say my app rc pod. Then image is nginx. Here the important thing, based on this replication controller, right, we need to use replicas. Replicas is 2. Sorry, number of replicas. This is the number of replicas you want to create on top of the replication controller. This will create the 2 pods and share the load across the pods. Cat ls, you can see. You can verify the syntaxes. Sample.yaml file. So API version v1, kind is replication controller. Metadata name my app rc1 and my app rc1 front end, 2 replicas. Now you can try to create kubectl create -f. You got it right? -f replication controller, the file name of the sample.yaml file. See, my app rc1 got created. How many replicas we mentioned? 2 replicas we mentioned. Now you can try to get it. Kubectl get rc. See, my app rc. So that is earlier one. My app rc1 is the current version. Currently we have created this one. So let me check how many pods are there. For that, what is the command we have to use? Kubectl get pods. my app rc1, they have two replicas. Hope you got it now. So we have the pod definition file, except API version kind we can keep under template section. Whole data except API version and kind, we can keep whole data into the template section. Then we will create the replication controller. A replication controller, it will create the two pods from top of that, and from there the load will be shared across the pods. This is how you can increase the load, performance. So let me check, we discussed that replica set also. What is the difference between replication controller and replica set? So there is only one difference majorly, that is the selector definition. It will come, so I'll show you that one also with the help of now we can clear this one. kubectl. You know how to delete this replicas? Delete rc my app rc my app rc deleted. Now you can try to get the replication controllers. We have only one now. Okay, kubectl get pods. We will see how many pods are there. See, only two pods are there because that one was deleted. The pods will be automatically deleted from that replication group. Now we can delete rc. What is that name? My app rc1. Okay, clear this. Now you can try to get the replicas. No resources found in the default namespace. That means we have deleted all two replica so that it will not show anything. So now we will try to create the replica set. So here the major difference is selected definition, and we will see that also. Vi sample, right? Okay, vi or rs my replica set, we can say rc set.yaml, you can say replica set. I just mentioned as a replica set, or you can use it replica set.yaml file. Now we can create this one API version. So here you need to mention apps.v1 because it is the replica set. We have discussed already this one. Only for the apps, replica set and deployments, the API version will be changed to apps v1, and remaining and all v1 only. Then kind is same, replica set. Yes. Metadata. Name my app rc my app rs my app replica set. You can mention, I am just giving the short names, you can remember that one. App my app, and type was front end. Okay, then spec. Here you need to mention the template section as well. Only difference is selector labels and API version in the replica set. Remaining portion is same as usual. Metadata. Okay, name my app rs labels, you can mention. What is this? App and type. front end. Next, under spec we can mention this containers, name of the container what we are trying to create. Sorry, we need to space nginx. I will explain after writing this file what is the difference. Image. So now it was completed the file. After that we need to use the replicas. Replicas was 2 I mentioned. Then selector definition. This is the main, you have to check match labels. Type. So under the selector field you need to check the type of that front end. From metadata front end is both are same, otherwise you will get the error while creating the replica set. This is the main difference, and the API version is the difference. Apps v1 in previous we can see that replication controller only v1. This is the two differences. Remaining portion is all same. I hope you got it, and save it. Okay, verify the file. Cat ReplicaSet.yaml. Verify the file if any mismatches or anything, and you can try to create it. Kubectl create -f ReplicaSet.yaml file. Error YAML file line 20 could not fix expected. Is there any error? I check line 20. Okay, selector definition, we have match labels, selector. Okay, match labels. Okay, replicas, selector, match labels, front end, right? Okay, front end, this is matching. Then what is the issue here? Error converting YAML to JSON. Line 20 could not find expected. Okay. Not find expected. Oh, so we are missing the space here, guys. See. So even if you miss the space also, it will not execute because of that errors and YAML syntaxes. Now you can try to create no matches kind of the replica set. Okay, version apps v1. Okay, this one also we need to check. What is this? API version apps v1 replica set. We are missing. See, even if you miss this small letter also, it will not execute replica set. So I missed this one, this capital. Now save it. Now clear this one. Now you can try to create ReplicaSet.yaml file. Now it is created. Now try to get it, ReplicaSet get rs. So my app rs is created, and try to get the parts. Two parts has created with the prefix my app rs, and one is my app rs item and one is j8. Two created, and redis is previous one. Now we will try to delete one pod in the replica set. That means from here we can try to delete one pod. Kubectl, how to delete? Kubectl delete pod. You can give that name or ID of this pod. Okay, my app pod I am trying to delete. So it is deleted now. So how many pods remaining? Only one pod remaining, right? We have deleted one pod. Let me check. So why two pods are running? Because of that replica set. Replica set main intention is to keep all the pods running at all time. Even if the pod is try to deleted, that will be, it will not delete because of that replica set. That is the difference in the replication controller and replica set. It is always keep the desired number of pods to be running. I hope you got it. And some of the questions are rising. So what is the difference between replica set and replication controller? And if we try to delete one pod in the replica set, is there any discrepancy for the application? Absolutely no, because if I try to delete any pod in the replica set, it will not delete, because replica set main intention is to keep all the time. So pods are running, I mean desired number of pods are always running without any interruption. That is how you need to work with this. So we can make a summary. This one, how to create replica set, I can say replication controller, how to create a replica set. Some of the interview questions, if we try to delete any pod in the replica set, what will happen? So commands summary. Once the pod definition file is ready, that means any replica set or replication controller, you need to use kubectl create -f pod definition file .yaml file. This is how you need to create. And if you want to get the pods, kubectl get pods. If you want to get the replication controller, get rc, the short name. Replication controller, you can use the full name or you can use the short name. This is not an issue. Kubectl get replica set rs, and kubectl describe rc. This didn't show, so kubectl, I will explain this one as well. Describe rc. What is the rc name? My app rs, rs replica set, right? My app rs. So you will see the list of so name is my app rs. This is the default one. Selector is front end, that is what we have given the match label as a front end, and labels, annotations, replicas 2 current and 2 desired. All the pods are running, the containers associated with this, and it was not given any timestamp, created timestamp and all. The image name is nginx, and the events normal, successful, create. This is how you need to describe the command with more details about the replica set. Replica set name of replica set, name of rc. Okay, then kubectl get rs. Describe the same for all. Describe rs, name of rs, rar, name of rs. And if you want to delete kubectl, delete rc, name of rc, rs, name of rs. And previously we have seen some of them are missed the class, and how to create the pod via kubectl command line utility. So this one, ctl run, name of the container you can try to run. So you can give redis hyphen image is equal to redis. So this is how you want to create the pod. kubectl, a mismatch, spell mistake. Redis already exists. kubectl pods, it was already exist. See, it was already exist. Then you have to delete that one first, and you can create. Now you can try to execute. So created. Now you can try to get it. Redis pod created. Container creating. It's not loaded yet. So now is up and running. So you want to create via the command line utility with the definition file, and save it in the other file that we will discuss it further. And right now these are the things we need to cover it. That's all for this session, and I hope you have gone through the videos, and if you have any doubts I can I'm here to support you. But some of them are making videos for 1 hour in Kubernetes, Telugulo Kubernetes. This all nonsense. It will not work in a reality. It only for the cinemas and all it will work. Nobody will ask the Telugu questions. Correct or not? So interviewer will not ask any Telugu questions. He will only ask in English and professional language, not in the local languages. I hope you remember. Kubernetes in 1 hour, Kubernetes in 5 minutes, Kubernetes in 1 day, Kubernetes in Telugu. This will not work in a reality. Keep in mind that. So what I suggest you, go through the videos who is making a clear and daily basis, or they can work from the starting to ending, I mean beginning to ending of the course. Then you can choose that type of channel. That is my concern. Thank you. What we discuss now, replication controller and replica set. So hit this, how to get the replica set, kubectl get rs. So practically we will see this some of the questions on this replica set and replication controller along with the pods and all. So how many pods are desired? If you see this here, there are 2 pods are desired. How many pods exist in the system? That you can you know right already how you can get the pods using the kubectl command, get pods. So with the prefix name ReplicaSet, we have 2 pods, that is myaprs and myaprs2 running pods are there. So there are 2 pods exist in the system. So how many replication controllers are there in the system? You can see kubectl get rc means replication controller. No resources available, and if you want you can execute. We have created already using the sample file. And how to create that one? Using the kubectl command, kubectl create -f sample.yaml file. So myaprs1 was created, rc1 in the sense replication controller. We have given the name in the YAML file, and you can verify that sample file what content is available. Use this one, my app rc1, that name has given replication controller, and this is the file, and 2 replicas has given in this. That means it will create the 2 parts with the prefix name my app rc1. So clear this one. Now you can check by identifying the pods in the replication controller one, kubectl get pods. See, my app rc1, 2 pods exist. How many pods are ready in the ReplicaSet one? ReplicaSet 2 pods are ready. How many pods are ready in the replication controller? 2 pods are ready. Delete directly any one of the existing pod in the replica set. It is rs. We'll try to delete. This way already discussed. Delete pod. Give the pod name in the replication group of replica set. So my app rs pod was deleted, that is 70 identification. So now you can hit the pod, get pods. See, still it is running. Why? Because of replica set ensures that desired number of pods are always running at all times. So there is no downtime at all. Suppose if there are set of users working on these pods, so is the load increases, you can increase by scaling our application with 2 parts or 3 parts based on your requirement. That is how you can do. So you can increase that pod, kubectl scale replica set. You can give the name of that replica set. What is the replica set? 1 second. First you can get the replica set, kubectl get rs. So my app rs, right? Kubectl scale rs, my app rs. hyphen replicas equal to, there are 2 available, right? 3 I can give, scale rs, my app rs, and then replicas is equal to 3. That was scaled to 3 parts. Now you can get the same command. See, desired is 3, current was 3. So earlier it was 2. This is how you can scale. Suppose if you want to scale down, you can use the same command by specifying the number of pods. Scale down. So it was scaled to 1 pod, and now you can get the rs. Only 1 pod is available. For replication controller also same, for replica set also same. But in replica set, even if you delete by default or any mistakenly, so it ensures that all the number of pods are always running. And currently delete replica set created my app rs. We can delete the replica set. So same command, kubectl delete rs, give the name of rs. So replica set was deleted. Now you can get the replica set. No resources available, but still it is available in the replication controller. Replication control is available in the system, but replica set is not available because it was deleted. See, 2 desired number of pods are available. Get replication controller. This one also same. You can delete delete rc my app rc1 name delete. So it was deleted. Now you can get the replica set controller, no resource available. This is how you need to work with this. And we have seen that replication controller and replica set. The major difference is that we can explain in the notepad. So replication controller and replica set, right? RC we can say replication controller. API version, it is v1. In ReplicaSet, API version is apps v1. That is the one difference. The next is selector definition. In replication controller, no selector, definition. In ReplicaSet, there is a selector definition. Selector definition with match labels. I can give you example also. Selector guys, make sure that syntaxes are very clear, otherwise it will not work. Match labels, then type. Small letter only. By default it was taking the first letter as a capital, so you can keep in mind that as well. That is the major difference. So how you can match this with the pod? So under the template section we are specifying the metadata and labels, right? And the same label type also match with this selector definition, then only it will work. It will create the, that one also I will give you how you can match with pod, how you can match with, how you can match this label, this selector, right, array selector with pod. So the for that we can metadata, mention metadata. So all small letters only. Name you can give anything, all are small only, keep in mind that one. That okay, labels, app, type, front end. So this one and this one should match, so then it will create the replication control, replica set, not in the replication controller. Inside we can say symbols, okay, shape we can say, where is that shape? I think we can mention this arrow here, this both should work it, and then these two should match. Okay, any questions on this? You are brilliant guys, you don't have any questions. When you go for an interview you have all the questions but no answers. This is the reality. Thank you. Anyway, you can go through these videos, and if you have any doubts you can comment it and we will clarify your doubts. And make sure that Kubernetes in 1 day, Kubernetes in 5 minutes, Kubernetes in Telugu. This all won't work in the reality. It will work only in the cinemas, multiplexes, and 4K. Interviewer will show 4K HD cinema for you. If you go with the Telugu version, 5 minutes, 24 hours, this and all. Thank you. With the help of pod definition file, that is the manually. So now let's see some of the questions on the pod, how what are the questions that interviewer will ask, and I will help you with that in the pod section. So how many pods exist in the system, that you need to check. So for that you need to use kubectl get pods command. So you will see the list of pods exist in the system. Now there is no pods exist in the system, so we will create one pod using the kubectl command. Kubectl run nginx image is equal to nginx. So earlier we have seen that how to create the pod with the help of deployment configuration, that is directly running using the kubectl command. And also we have seen that pod manual pod definition file, and we will see this for interview purpose only. If any doubts you can comment it, will answer on answer that one. Don't hesitate to ask any questions if you have any doubts. I'm telling you this clearly. So day to day, every day I'm posting this for new Kubernetes learners, which is from beginner to advanced level. So there is no knowledge required. Only the thing is you need to know the simple YAML file syntaxes and other basic concept of Kubernetes. That's it. Okay, let's run with creating the image with the nginx. So the nginx pod is created. Now we will hit the same command which we used earlier, that is kubectl run now get pods. See, nginx pod is running. That was created just now 11 seconds ago. So what is the default namespace? Default namespace in the sense we can see will kubectl get ns in the sense namespace. We will see the list of namespaces available. Under that, what are the default one? So default namespace is available: node release 1, public 1, system 1. Default one is this one. And what are all the elements or components available in the default namespace? We'll see that as well. This is also one interview question. Kubectl get pods. In the default namespace, what are the pods available? Pods -n kube system. This is the namespace of kube system namespace. We will see the list of master node components: minikube, API server, controller manager, and scheduler. These 4 are available in the master node, that is the kube system namespace. And we'll see one of the question which was raised: what are the nodes the pods placed on? For that, nodes in the sense which node the pods are placed, that you need to check. For that you can use kubectl get pods -o wide in the sense it will give you the details about the which node the pod can placed. See, so since it was installed locally, that is a minikube node, the pod is running in the nginx image. How many containers are part of nginx? We can see this kubectl describe command. It will give you the details about in details about the pod, along with the timestamp, nodes, which node is placed on, created timestamp, along with the events, and so on. So kubectl describe pod nginx. See a list of information. You can see this name, namespace, priority, service account, containers, conditions, volumes, events, everything you can see when you describe this nginx command. So what is the question here? What containers in a pod, how many containers in nginx pod we can see, right? How many containers are part of nginx? So nginx image is this one. Only one container is there, that is docker pullable. So no other things, only one container is available, that is docker. This is the container, only one container is available. Okay, clear this one. Okay, no problem, you can get it. What images are used, also you can find it here. What images, this is the containers, in the sense image is nginx. You can see that image also, and even state, you can see this started state. Okay, and one more column which represents when you hit this. What is the ready column? Represents when you use kubectl get pods. So here ready column represents the currently running and total number of containers are part of that image. Total and running. Okay, and how to delete the pod? I think we already discussed this one. Kubectl delete pod nginx. So the pod will get deleted. Now you will see this, how many pods are available. Kubectl get pods. See, no resources available, that was deleted with the help of delete command. Now we can see one more image. Will suppose if you want to create any other container using the any image, we can say create a pod, redis pod, and image name is redis123. I can say create kubectl run, image name is redis, and pod name is redis. Image name is redis123. So we are passing this image name is 123 and name is pod name is redis. Let's see it will create or not. So pod is created. Now you can check get pods, either it is running or not. See, it is not running. Container status is container creating. We are still waiting for that. Again you can hit error image pull. Again will wait, and you can hit image pull back off. That means image was not there in the Docker hub. When you describe this, you will see the error message. Based on that we will proceed further. Describe pod redis. So search for error message in the event section. Pulling image redis123. Okay, fail to pull the image redis123. You can see this. Fail to pull the image daemon. Pull access denied for redis123. Repository does not exist or may require the Docker login. When it will throw the error, the redis123 image was not available in the Docker hub in the public repository. That's why image pull back off it is showing. For that you need to edit. Pod is created, but image was not there. That's why it is not running. Kubectl get pods. See, pod is created, but the image is not, container is not running. Container not running in the sense you are not going to do any operations on that. For that you need to edit that command. Kubectl edit the image with the help of kubectl edit pod redis. I am giving the pod name, okay, not the image name. When you hit, you will see here where is that pod is available. Image, see here you can see this image redis123. Now we will change this one to redis. Now redis is available in the Docker hub, it will be, see, pod red is edited. Now you can see will get pods whether it is container is created or not. See, red is, it is running. These are the interview questions probably the interviewer might ask, and we will summarize this interview questions. First thing, how many pods exist in the system? We have seen that. Next, create a pod using the nginx image. I hope this one. Create a pod using nginx image. Next, what is the default namespace? Default namespace. Next, which nodes are the pods placed on? You can check this one also. Which nodes are the pods placed on? Sorry, I'm not getting anything. Okay, how many containers are part of nginx image? Many containers are part of nginx pod. And so what does ready column represents when you hit? Okay, keep in mind this how to delete the pod. I think this one we already discussed all these questions, and you have to go through this one, that's it. And finally, create a pod with the name Redis, and the image name is Redis 123. Not here. Resolve the error message. Resolve the error and create the pod. So what you do is you can go through this all the questions. The interviewer will ask most of the questions from this only, nothing else from other than this, and you can daily practice on this. Not only parts, will continue remaining classes as well. ReplicaSet controllers, replication controllers, config maps, secrets, and etc, and so on, we will discuss further. And right now this is the questions what we covered in the pods. Thank you.